Good morning. Good morning. I'm over here listening to my jam. So I am excited. This is Dana Glass at you. Today, we are at the Shell gas station in Potterville, Michigan. It should be like Daily Dose of Dana on the road, maybe. I love it. Don't you love technology? We can be wherever. So if you join me, give me some heart so I know people are jumping on. Yes, is it Marvelous Monday or are you at Crab Earth today? Good morning. Good morning. I'm over here listening to my jam. I got a satellite. I got a new car this year and it has satellite. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting that mug. Be keeping that satellite. Love the message. Love my Christian radio station. It's just amazing how it's changed my drive. So good morning. Good morning, Jennifer. Yes, I love satellite. I'm loving the Christian station. You know what? Speaking of that, actually, it kind of goes right along with my subject today. Sometimes it's what you listen to, right? Sometimes who are you listening to? What are you listening to? And who you surround yourself with? Because it really does make a difference on your mindset, right? So I would just tell you guys, I use my time in driving to listen to Audible books. I'm in a Bible study group and we're doing Women's Resolution right now by Priscilla Shirer. Love it. Love it. Love her, number one. And so I listen to Audibles or I'm listening to my radio station. And so, okay, so good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope you guys can hear me. If you guys can hear me, can someone give me hearts? Because it's not showing me anybody's here. I just want to make sure. Y'all can hear me because I got a message. From the Lord. So I'm just his vessel. I'm just sharing. Okay, thank you, Jennifer. I'm just sharing my own journey. That's what Daily Dose of Dana is. It's just really things I experience. And I want to say, you know what? If I'm going through this or if I had faced this, if I can help one person, my journey is worth that. So how do you wake up? Did you wake up? It's a Marvelous Monday? Or do you feel like, oh my gosh, I got to go to that JLB and oh my gosh, it's Monday. Because you know what? Life is too short for it to be like that. But why are we like that? That's what I want to bring to the table today is how do you wake up feeling Marvelous Monday? How do I do that? How do I wake up feeling great? You want to know why? I'm going to tell you guys why. Here's my secret. Number one, I'm a goal setter. I'm always working on something in my life. Always. It's just who I am. And some people say, well, Dana, that's not me. I believe when you don't inspire to change yourself, to always better yourself, you're going backwards. So I just want to ask you, are you just existing or are you going forward, right? Good morning, Angie. I was just thinking about you, girl. I didn't really get a good hug or a selfie with you. So I got to come back or we got to see each other again. And so if you're not inspiring to something, I feel like you're going backwards. You're just existing. And so many times when you exist, life is a drag, right? But if you got something you're really excited about, it gets you motivated when you don't feel like it. So I'm going to use my example of running. So everybody knows I've been running this year, right? Nobody's calling me and saying, Dana, did you run today? I just know I'm running 3 days a week, right? Okay, so I have a goal. Here's my overall goal. Here's my why. Here's the true why is I have osteoporosis and I refuse to take the medication. I believe your body can do what it's supposed to naturally. So I refuse the medication and my doctor was like, well, if you're not taking the meds, girl, you got to start running. She told me that 10 years ago. 10 years ago. And so I finally started this year because 50 is the magic number. She kept saying 50. By the time you're 50, your bone structure will start going backwards. So I'm 50. So that's my overall why. But does that motivate me? Yesterday, when it started raining, I was like, oh, my why is the overall reason I'm doing it, but I have to have a daily or, a weekly motivator. So do you know your why? Number one, but it's bigger than the why, you guys. It's really what motivates you at the moment. So I'll give you the overall picture. Overall picture, if I run, I build my bone mass, and hopefully as an old lady, I won't fall down and break bones. That's the overall why. But how do I keep motivated? That's not going to motivate me. I'm going to tell you guys. Because being old doesn't sound great, right? So here's the motivation. I went out and signed up for little races. so that I knew I had something immediately to work towards. I'm always working towards that next race. Why does that feel good? It's because I'm a girl that loves the, the little thing that puts you around your neck afterwards, your award, right? I love it. My grandkids love playing with those. That's my satisfaction. Like, I accomplished that goal. And the second part to that is I'm my own competitor. I don't compete with other people. I'm out here like, okay, like last night I did a endurance run, which what that means is a short run. I wanted to see how fast I could really push myself in my lungs. So I ran as hard as I could yesterday, but I did a short distance. I only did 1.5 miles, but I ran with everything I had to get what my pace was. So I have little goals within the weekly goals. So a lot of times people are like, Dana, I don't know what I want to do, right? I don't know. So you got to figure that out, you guys. You got to work towards at least one goal in your life. I don't care if it's professionally, personally, health-wise. At least have one. How do people not have one? I have several, but one thing, that's what gets me motivated. So that's just one area of my life. I know my why, but I know my motivator, right? Like, how can you go through life without having any goals? But here's what I think happens. So we get into goals, we set a goal, but we're not really committed to the goal. And so when life happens, we get discouraged, and then we come up with excuses. Like, girl, you don't know, me and girl, I got all these excuses. I got held over at my job. I did this, I did that. Man, push through it. Push through it. I feel like we're in such a society with instant gratification that if something just doesn't happen, we fucking give up. Quit giving up, girl. Quit giving up, guy. Like, seriously, quit giving up. I've been working on this goal for years. And I had to really get to myself, like, what's holding you back? You've been working on something for a long time. And I finally had my breakthrough this year. And I can't wait for you guys to meet my chain breaker coach, my spiritual coach, that really helped me to understand it. And her and I are doing a Facebook Live this week because that one thing was holding me back in my personal business. And I never understood it until her and I started having conversations and I started working through some things to myself. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what's been holding me back. So we're going to do a Facebook Live because if you don't deal with what's in here and God, sometimes you're holding yourself back and you don't even realize you're self-sabotaging, right? But here's the thing, you guys, choose life. So here's what we do. We go to this job. So if you're not happy at your job, use it as an investor. Like, say to yourself, this is my investor in my dreams. This is my investor in my future. So many times we give up. Lisa Nichols, she's a motivational speaker on The Secret. I love this story. When she was broke, she went and got another job. She didn't quit her job. She went and got another job. And then she worked 2 jobs for 3 years. But guess what? She didn't spend all that money. She downsized. She shared an apartment with her friend and her son, and they had a room where she had to block the smoke out. It was just like not the best conditions. She made the best of the situation. She got an old junky car. So she did all these things. And what she did with her money? Put it in the bank. 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 Didn't look at the account for 3 years. Walked into the bank and said, I need to see how much money I got. Now remember, she was poor. A black woman, poor, grew up poor. But up here, she knew she had to change. Something had to change for her son. That was her motivation, her son. When she walked in, she had like $64,000 in that account. 3 years of her life she sacrificed because she knew she wanted to start her own business. And if you look at her today, go to her fan page, it's like incredible. Actually, I'm friends with her on Facebook. It's incredible. But she had a goal for 3 years. Are you committed? Or did you give up? So you can be, you can look at today and say, it's Marvelous Monday because I know where I'm going in my life. I know who I am. I have goals. I have dreams, and I'm not giving up on that. Or you can be the crab ass. I'm just going to say it. You can be that person and be like, you know what? Woe is me. Well, you don't understand, Dana. That's a victim mode. We live in the United States of America. Come on, you guys. Like, let's do something with ourselves. I love seeing, my passion is women. I love seeing women win because we are powerhouses. If you go back in your Bible, it was the women that was at Jesus' feet. It was the women. We are powerhouses. Let's stand behind our men. Let's teach our children, the next generation, to never give up on our dreams. That's my legacy I'm leaving for my grandkids is I don't want them to know that, I don't want to hand them everything. I want them to know what hard work means, and I want them to know you can do it. You can do anything you put your mind to. We got to look up here. What's stopping us up here? What excuses are we giving ourselves? So you get to choose today. Is today Marvelous Monday? I really hope it is. You can change it at any point. Set a goal. Start soul searching. Who am I? Where am I going the next 6 months, year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years, I sat down a week ago and made my plan. I want to pay off my house and my car. I don't want to have a lot of stuff. I want to be able to travel when I want to, and I want to be able to be debt free. That's the true freaking freedom. That's the freedom. I don't care how many handbags I have in my closet anymore. Although I got to have a few, a couple. But here's the thing, you guys, I have a plan now. I know exactly what I need to bring in my household between, my 2 streams of income and monthly. I know how much living expenses I have, and then 75% of the extra I'm going to put away into a separate account. I got that from Jennifer Morgan. I love that idea. I get to spend 25% above and beyond my expenses, but 75% of the extra is going to an account. I will be debt free. I will be debt free by 2019. By December of 2019, 2 years I gave myself. I will be debt free. Good morning, Brittany. Because I have a mission. I want that freedom. I don't want to be tied to, a mortgage company or my car company. I don't want to be tied to that. I want the freedom. That drives me. My why is the freedom, but what drives me is that feeling like I can do this, right? I wrote a business plan for it. I got my game plan together. I'm like, okay, to my man, like, this is what we're doing. This is our goals. So I just want to encourage you guys, make it a marvelous Monday. Love you guys. Smooches.